And I have one quick announcement. I'm creating a whole new movement called ICT. ICT stands for Indiana Central Time. And along with that, I want to abolish daylight savings. And sorry for the background noise. A few of my family members are working in the basement, so please ignore that. So anyways, I need to get that down. So, so reply, no, it doesn't matter. So, today I'm going to explain why having daylight savings is such a bad idea, especially if we are in the wrong time zone. So, with having daylight savings in the wrong time zone, it eliminates bright mornings, according to WebMD. Oh, I need to share my screen, the entire thing. Hi, Freshly SDN. Hi, Quick Controllers. So, why daylight savings is bad for you? Where's that highlighted? I lost it. Here it is. Oh. So, I'm going to read this. Over time, daylight saving time eliminates bright mornings. Light that is crucial for synchronizing your biological clock, putting people at increased risk of heart attack, stroke, and other harmful effects of sleep deprivation. There are other side effects like car accidents. For example, if a driver falls asleep in his or her car, he or she is way more likely to get into a because he or she lost 1 hour of sleep. And adaptations vary from person to person. So we have different this is irrelevant. We all have different time zones. Yo, you're live. Thank you. So we all have different biological clocks, basically. And I need to stop sharing my screen. When am I going to make pizza again? So I'm going to answer that question a little bit. So with daylight saving time, everyone has different biological clocks, basically. And as I mentioned earlier, please ignore the background noise. So one of the bad side effects to having daylight savings is that it misaligns with our biological clocks and it eliminates bright mornings. And with no bright mornings but bright evenings, it's a disadvantage to our early risers, because when the sun is still out bright in the evening, our early risers, our Hoosiers that are early risers, are having to use blackout curtains to block out sunlight. Sadly, if your window is faces the west side of the sun, it makes it so much harder for our early risers to go to bed earlier. So with abolishing daylight saving time, we would have way more consistency here in the state of Indiana, because we're not having to change our clocks 2 times a year. Because changing our clocks 2 times a year is a hassle, because we're having to adjust to a new time frame biannually 2 times a year. But some say it's not daylight savings that we object to, it's the time zone that we should be worried about. So this is an all-new movement, ICT, Indiana Central Time Movement. Our main purpose is to move all of Indiana to Central Time. So if you would like to share your thoughts on daylight saving time here in the state of Indiana and daylight savings, leave them in the chat on the side or down below, wherever it is. And other than that, I'm going to answer some questions. So 2K Blitz, finally. Blitz raid. Blitz is here. So Freshly SZN asks, can you do a pizza stream again? Yes, I can do a pizza stream again. at some point. So I think daylight savings is amazing. So why do you think that? How do I get to the most? Oh, I have it on private. Oh, wait. Oh. Forget about it. Where am I from? I just told you. Where am I from is it's just Indiana. So I'm not going to leave this break long. So I'm going to share my screen again, and where I live, it gets dark at 5 and gets light 8 in the morning. Same here. I live in the Eastern time zone. It gets dark at 5 and then gets light at 8 in the morning. And for me, that's, well, I'm trying not to be mean or anything like that. So why we have this problem is that we have dark mornings but bright evenings. It should be the other way around. Bright mornings but dark evenings. Another benefit for me, I personally believe, for ending daylight savings is that, and especially in the right time zone, is that movie on lawn or nightly activities happen much earlier, and people can get to bed much earlier, and it would actually promote way more people to get up early because the sun rises, because the mornings are so bright that the sun doesn't rise until a little after 4 a.m. or 17 minutes, whatever time. It depends. I can't see your screen. I'm not sharing my screen right now. I'm going to share my screen again and show you something. So some say that Indiana is a border state. Actually, I don't think I really like daylight savings. Yeah. Do you know? So quick controllers. Do you want to know one thing? Quick controllers. My mom hates daylight savings too. So I'm sharing my screen. Can everybody see it? Oh, wait. I do not have that. There we go. Let me start over. So as I mentioned earlier, daylight saving times eliminates bright mornings that are crucial to synchronizing your biological clock, possibly putting it puts a huge risk on increased heart attack, stroke, and other harmful effects. And as I mentioned in my other live stream, that it is a dangerous risk, especially in wintertime, especially if we're in the wrong time zone, that it's too dark in the morning. People could children or harm children, children could get hit by cars, especially if car lights aren't working, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you a map. So some people say that Indiana is a border state, but I say no. Indiana lies naturally in the central time zone. And so I'm going to type in something here. And sunrise. So here in the state of Indiana tomorrow, it will rise at 7:57 a.m. in Eastern time. And I'm going to put Ohio sunrise. It's going to be 10 minutes earlier because it's closer to New York City. So if we were to put Indiana in Central Time, it would be 6:57. And here, so let's go back to this map here. Notice how there is almost a split with Ohio and with Central Time and Eastern Time in Ohio. So what I strongly suggest is that we make this state a transition state. So one side of Ohio is central and the right side of Ohio is eastern. Why not meet in the middle? a 30-minute transition. So let's go back to the Ohio sunrise time here. So if we were to subtract this by 3, it would be 7:44. No, sorry, 7:14. And that's about the correct time to Ohio because the sun is supposed to rise around a little past or around 7, whatever. It's depending on where we live, basically. And so with Indiana's sunrise, if we were to subtract this by 1, it would be 6:57. And I would definitely prefer that because I would like to become an early riser, which is what I am doing, that's what I'm trying to do right now. And if we had Central Standard Time year-round, as I mentioned earlier, the sun would rise, we would have bright mornings. Mornings would be so bright that the sun doesn't rise until a little after 4 a.m. And that's a great benefit for those early risers because we have the sun to synchronize our biological clocks, basically. And I want to look at other time zones here, like Mountain and Pacific. We'll get to Atlantic later. So here's Mountain time. So one of my spectators called Dustin lives in Arizona, and I'm going to assume that, well, I'm not going to guess the location, but he said to me that the mornings are so bright. If he's on here, then I would like to see his comment right now. Let's take a look at Atlantic. So let's put this in a little scenario. If I was president of the States, I would just leave this day in Eastern time. I know it sounds crazy, but there is a very little section here in Atlantic time, and the majority of the state is Eastern. So I would just leave Maine. Is that what you call? Am I still sharing my screen? Yes, I am. Another reason why we should move Indiana to Central Time is here. So this is where Chicago is, and this is where Indianapolis is, and this is where New York City is. So I totally disagree with putting Indiana in Eastern Time because New York City is so far east of Indiana that the sun doesn't rise until a little after 8, especially in the wintertime. But we're not gonna have that here in the state of Indiana anymore for a while until daylight savings starts up again here. So there are 2 states that are exempt from observing daylight savings. It is Arizona and Hawaii. And Chicago is much, much closer to Indianapolis, as opposed to having New York time with Eastern time, basically. I'm gonna look at some other states here. So I see that most of North Carolina and South Carolina are in the Eastern time zone. So, but I'm not sure about this section though. I would just put all of North Carolina and South Carolina in the Eastern time zone because the majority of the states are in Eastern. So that's the natural time zone for them. I'm trying to come up with a one-size-fits-all in this situation. With Tennessee, I would put it all in Central Time. Kentucky, the same thing. And I'm not sure about Georgia because the majority of Georgia is in the, and a smaller region of Georgia is in the Eastern time zone. So if I was president of the United States, I would leave it up to Georgia. But all of the other states in the central time zone, like Wisconsin, wait, so this is Indiana, Illinois, Michigan. So this is Wisconsin, I think. I'm not sure. So all the other states in the central time zone, like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, and these states right here, they all go into the central time zone because we need the sun to rise in the winter time to around 7 a.m. If you have any more thoughts on time zones, leave them in the chat on the side. And that Kentucky is Eastern. I need another map. I will read the chats in a little bit. Time zones. So Indiana's in the central time zone. Here we go. No, I don't want that. Oh, this one's much more visible. No. All I need is the picture. Sorry, I'm sorry to hold you guys. I'm trying to get the image itself. There we go. I got it. So this is the frame. These are these time zones that we have right now. So I am in the Eastern time zone, and Indiana's the majority of Indiana is in the Central Times and Eastern time zone. I'm sorry. But the northwestern counties right here are in the Central time zone, which is the correct time zone for Indiana. All right, on to the question of the chat. Kentucky is Eastern. I tried your pizza and it was so good. Thank you. I'm gonna make a remastered version of that. Read chat, Sky. Read chat. Do I know Kobe Bryant? I have heard of him. He died in a helicopter accident. But I don't know much about him. And his daughter died along with him in that helicopter. And yo, Taco Thompson. Oh, I need to stop sharing my screen. There we go. WSG Spencer. Yeah. I'm in Restream right now. Do you know Kobe? I already mentioned this earlier. I don't know much about him. But what I do know is that he died in a helicopter accident along with his daughter. If you guys have any more questions about daylight savings or time zones, feel free to leave them in the live chat. And that's mainly what I want to talk about today. Wonder what the settings are. Do a dance. Alright. I'll do one quick dance and I gotta get back to the topic. Alright, that's it. 5 ways to kill Mechanical Spencer. I gotta mention this. Yo, Spencer, wanna do a... Oh. Please, one more dance. Just one more. It was so good. Alright, back to time. So, let's study more about the natural time zones. Share my screen here. Oh, there we go. So a problem we have with time zones, with states being in their natural time zones, is that we have some smaller sections of states being a majority, being in the central time zone. And I'm going to compare that to the other states. So we have Mountain, Pacific, Central, Eastern. Right here, I think Maine, is that how you... Yeah. This is in the Eastern time zone, and this part... Yeah. Not going to go any further. So if I was president of the United States, so this is Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. I would put South Dakota and North Dakota in the Mountain time zone. But I'm not sure about Texas, though. So 1, 2, 3. We have 3 states all in the Mountain time zone. We have California, Oregon, and Washington in the Pacific time. All of California, Oregon, and Oregon. So my big question for this live stream is that what time zone are you having to observe? Whether it's Pacific, Mountain, Central, or Eastern, any of those 4. And we're going to leave Atlantic out because Maine is all of Maine is in the Eastern time zone. It's very small. And I'm going to answer some. Yo, Spencer, which time zone you like? I personally want to be in the Central time zone. Because I will share my screen again. Oh, it's not on air. There we go. Indiana lies naturally so much easier for me to come in early, stay up Oh, there we go. There. It's really good. Oh. I need to stop saying that. Invite guests. So for me to invite guests, I can have up to 6 stream participants in the free version. And if you would like, I could do 6 stream participants. Something's wrong with my connection. Oh man. Anyone see me okay? Because my connection is not, it's not up. One more day. And all right, that's it. If you guys want me to, invite you to my live stream to participate in my free version, I'd be more than glad to invite you. But I can do it for 6 participants. I think what this does is that I can talk to them directly. Yeah, invite me. We will a test one. How come you haven't? I don't have schedule to do these stream more often. I can't streams, but I at school. Show my pet. I'm gonna show now. I will. Can you? That's my connection. Let's see if I can get my kits on secured. I sent invite link. Here is the link. If you want to talk to me directly. But 6 participants can speak to me. Can we do capitals of certain states quiz? I don't want to do them right now, but I can do a quiz of time zones. I will type them in the chat. Question 1.
My God, bro.
How are you doing?
Yo! Yo! Wait, am I live? Am I
Wow. It works.
wait, am I in live?
Yes, you are.
Do a dance.
Oh, that was good. It was good.
Dance right now.
Me and Spencer
What?
and Taco are all on a Facebook.
And if I do a pizza video,
Yo.
I can do this.
Yo!
All right, quick.
Quick, join.
How many?
You play video
No.
games?
And yeah, I know
Yo, hello.
everyone comes.
Yo. Yo.
Hey, Spencer. Hey, Spencer. Spencer, can you say Terry?
It was good, bro.
Blitz.
Yo, Blitz.
All right.
Yo, what's good, Blitz?
Right, so here's the answer to the question. My screen here. The answer to this is 5. We have Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern, Atlantic.
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead.
Oh,
Can you say open the vault for Terry?
no. I'm not opening the vault.
Second
I'm
question.
gonna watch the stream. I'll be right back.
Are we being
What
too
are the
loud?
benefits and side effects of daylight savings?
Blitz. Minute. Blitz. Not Blitz. What's your name? Join Minute.
Alright, bro. We back. Ah, hold on. I'm just a mechanical Spencer, bro. Alright.
No, he's already using it. It's like here.
Yo.
Minnie, join. Why do you need to?
I'm on
Are
already
my
using it.
LeBron James cup.
it's
It's
sun
because he's already using it. You want me to drink hot sauce?
benefits are
Spencer.
extended sun time, good night.
You like
Yeah?
my hairline?
Like that.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I can't see,
Yeah.
no.
I'm looking at the stream right now. Yes, sir, bro.
I'm going to list out more
Nah,
side and benefits.
Spencer. Alright, bro. Let's learn some
Right,
daylights, bro.
Are brighter evening, to write a get to walk. I got to. And I got to home.
Yeah, Spencer, I'll be right back in the call. Hold on.
When get out. Instant biological clocks for most. I'm just gonna say inconsistent. I have to go. That's fine. I'll list out side effects. Stroke, car accident, especially losing sleep, other effects. I'm gonna do one more question and off. Is border in the U.S. Do I go to bed? I'm toward waking up at 5:30. But there it goes. Go. It's time you less central. Okay. Can you move us front stage? I can't. Unfortunately, is how weird. Here it goes.